Denver police say they will arrest people for marijuana possession despite the recommendation of a city panel. That panel, appointed by the mayor, is calling for the suspension of marijuana enforcement during the DNC. Fox 31's Hendrik Sybrandy is live in Denver. Hendrik, some believe marijuana arrests could go way up next week.
That's right, Ron, given how many visitors and protesters are expected here in town. Now, although Denver voters voted to give law enforcement the right to give marijuana a very low priority, police say they will continue to follow state law. Mason Tvert is a high-profile advocate of more lenient marijuana laws. So as Denver prepares to host a very high-profile political event, he sees a perfect opportunity.
I am just bringing by a memo from the mayor's marijuana policy review panel.
Twice in the past 3 years, Denver voters have tried to make it easier for residents to possess marijuana. But Denver police have chosen to enforce the more strict state law.
Absolutely, we have discretion in a lot of things, but at the same time, if something occurs in front of us, we're going to act and take care of it.
Yesterday, the group reviewing the city's marijuana policy recommended the police not arrest or cite adults for possessing less than an ounce of pot during next week's convention.
It's just absolutely absurd for police, who are already being paid over $1 million in overtime, to be spending any of their time worrying about adults simply using a drug less harmful than alcohol.
Tvert says convention week would be a good time to finally start treating pot as less of a crime.
There's no penalty for the city to not enforce a state law.
But others say voters have yet to repeal that law.
But while it's on the books, the police need the discretion to arrest people when needed for that particular crime. There shouldn't be just a moratorium because the DNC is in town.
Now, Mason Tvert says his numbers show 927 people were arrested for marijuana possession in the first 7 months of this year. He was hoping that this advisory panel and the coming of the convention would convince police to relax their enforcement. It doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Ron?
Hendrik Sybrandy live tonight in Denver.